This is actually my very first chocolate snake. I have no chocolate gene in the entire ball python collection. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and it is pouring outside, so I can't even go outside and do my intros and outros today. I am going to go down into the snake room, however, even though it's a very long day of videoing for me today for my bodybuilding channel, and I'm going to show you some snakes because that's what we do here. Matter of fact, we're going to be taking a look at some male breeder boas. I'm always showing you females. I'm going to show you some of the males that we've used in the past, some males that are just newbies that will be breeding for the first time this year. I've been growing them up for the past 2 years, and we're going to take a look at a snake that we got today in the mail in a great trade with my friend Sal Gomez of Gomez Python. So a lot of excitement here at the facility today. Let's go take a look. All right, guys, I wanted to show off a cool snake we just got in the mail today from our good friend Sal Gomez at Gomez Reptiles, or Gomez Pythons, I should say. Thanks, Sal. Sal and I did a cool trade. I sent him a couple snakes. He sent me the snake, and it was a nice little deal we got, and I really love it. I got to tell you, I saw it. It looks better in person. This is a pastel chocolate clown. So that I don't have any. This is actually my very first chocolate snake. I have no chocolate gene in the entire ball python collection. So when he showed it to me, I said, you know what? Do I really need another female ball python? I said, you know what? I don't have chocolate. So you never know what we might breed to this. This could be something epic down the road. I like dark genes, especially in my rainbow project. So you never know. We might breed a rainbow to this little girl at some point in the future. So Sal, thank you so much for this beautiful pastel chocolate clown female. She's gorgeous. We will treasure her, and Pablo will put her on the accelerated eating program over here. Once again, Sal has been to the facility here. He's done videos here. He's a great guy. He's from Long Island, my old hometown, and I can't be happy. And I heard you're running the New York City Marathon. I can't believe it, Sal. That's over 26 miles. Good luck this coming weekend, or maybe I think it's the weekend after that. I'm sure you'll do great. Make sure you have someone take some pictures. That's a serious race. I think I actually ran the Long Island Marathon about 30 years ago when I was into running, and I did pretty well actually at that, but it was boring because it's flat. New York City, you get to run through all the boroughs. Really cool race. Good luck, Sal. Thanks for this great snake. All right, here's our first male breeder boa I'm going to be showcasing today. This is, of course, in shed. Inca. I love Inca. It's a pattern mutation. Look at those blue eyes. Always in shed. And it's Het Central American T positive. So that's the Burke Stone line of Central American T positive. Remember, a lot of these T positive lines are not compatible with each other. So if you breed like Honduran T positive to this Central American T positive, you get double hets. So you got to be careful which ones you breed together. This is the Central American Burke Stone line. And I love this Inca boy. I'm trying to think of who I want to plug him into this year, but I got some ideas. Here's a beautiful boy I produced 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. He's going to definitely, hopefully, go this year. I'm trying to figure out who I might breed him to. This is a Hypo Blood. It's also para het, meaning he's either 100% het sharp albino or 100% het boa woman caramel, and he's also het anery too, which is not as important to me, but really nice, fully striped Hypo Blood para het. So I got some ideas for this boy. I was going to plug him into something different, but I think I know who I'm going to go. He might go to my Paradigm Blood. Might have to go that way with him. This way we'll produce everything will be bloods. There'll be Hypo Bloods in there, and if we hit the, we could produce some possibly Hypo Paraglows, or I should say Paraglow Bloods. If we hit Sharp Albino, well, I think if we hit Sharp Albino, that would be Paraglow Bloods, yeah. If we didn't, if we hit Boa and Caramel with him, then we would get, I guess you would call them Phoenixes. Should be Hypo T positive bloods. It's beautiful. We can go Inca. I mean, we can go Scoria Parahet Het Blood too. This boy, it's a possibility. I'll have to think about it. This beautiful boy is Hypo Super Onyx, possible Het Blood. I think, you know, it was a small clutch. I originally thought he was Blood Super Onyx, but it turned out he proved out to be Hypo Super Onyx. And he's possibly Het Blood. He's also possibly Het Honduran T positive. I'm not sure who I'm going to breed him to this year, try to test him out. He is a beautiful snake, though. Regardless, Hypo Super Onyx is a beautiful looking thing. I mean, it's the same thing as a Hypo Leopard, essentially. But I think these things stay really small. You can see my hand compared to him, really tiny. He's, you know, like 4 or 5 years old, this guy already. And he's still teeny tiny. Because these are super dwarf boas, so he'll be in the rotation again. All right, here's an interesting snake I've had for a couple of years now, and I haven't bred him yet. This might be the first year we plug him into something. This is a Hypo Motley Nicaraguan T positive. So it's that T positive line. The one I mentioned before, Nicaraguan, is the Bergstone line. And he's also a Jaguar gene, which is like a reduced pattern gene. And look at those light eyes he's got. Whoa. Electricity went off. Will my generators kick on? We will find out in a few seconds. Hopefully I don't get bit in the meantime. So far, not good. Actually, they did kick on, but the lights have to be returned on manually. Hold on a second. Lights are back on. So yeah, we have this Jag gene in Boas. I really haven't done too much with it. I believe it came from Da Vinci Boas originally, or maybe not originally, but I know he's working with it. I think the snake came from Da Vinci originally, not through me, but through another person. And he's a really nice looking snake, you know. I love anything Motley anyway. I love Hypo Motley stuff. He's really red. And that Nicaraguan T positive obviously is bringing out the reds, gets rid of all the blacks. Not gonna get rid of all the dark tones, but it's gonna get rid of the blacks. Create everything, make everything red and brownish. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know who I'm gonna plug him into, but he's got potential, this one. This boy is Old Faithful. He's been doing it for me for many years. I produced him back in 2017. Can you believe it? He's 5 years old already. He's sired probably 3 litters. He's very reliable. Wherever I put him in with, I get babies from. He's a Leopard, Het Call Albino. And like I said, he's Old Faithful. If I need a male that's gonna produce, that's why I have a lot of Eclipse Het albino stuff. I have a lot of albino Eclipse stuff. I have a lot of albino Leopard stuff, because this is the dad of all those clutches, all those litters, I should say. He does great. He's got some really, really nice Leopard patterning. And once again, you got to have a couple old reliables in your breeding program that you know. If you want the job done, you put him in. All right, here's my fire opal. This is a Hypo Sharp Albino Blood. Even as an adult, tremendous coloring on this snake. Really, really nice. And he's yet to sire a clutch for me, though. So last year he did not get the job done, and I was a little upset. So I don't know if I'm going to put him back in the rotation again or not. I haven't decided. Might give him a year off. He's definitely old enough. I just don't. He just didn't. He didn't do it. It could have been the female that was the problem. I'm not sure. We'll probably breed him to something, and then see what happens. So I'd like to produce more of these. And here's our last male. I have a lot of new males this year that are going to go in the rotation. Maybe I'll show you a couple of those too. But this is our Sunglow Sterling. So this is Hypo Call Albino Sterling, which removes all the saddles and gives us a solid pattern snake. This boy has sired a clutch, 2 clutches for me, so he's been really good. And I might go back. I put him in with my Russo Red Hypo Het Sterling female, who's given me many litters, and they just didn't produce anything this past year. So I might try him again. maybe they're just not compatible. I did see locks on them. I don't know what happened. He usually gets the job done too, so could have been her. We'll see. I haven't decided, but he'll go to someone this year for sure. Something Sterling. All right, here's my Hypo IMG, increasing melanistic gene. You can see the Hypo and IMG gene. Oh, she's shedding. The Hypo IMG gene. A Hypo with IMG gene will not give you a completely black snake. The really powerful part of this male is the fact that he's het VPIT positive too. So I was going to breed him for the first time this year. I'm trying to think about who I want to breed him to. You know, he's only het VPIT positive, so I don't know if I'm going to go. I have a het VPIT positive female that is ready to breed. I'm just not sure if I want to go head to head or if I want to wait. But we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't mind making some more IMG VPIT positives because obviously those are desirable. People love the way they look, and making some Hypo IMG VPIT positives as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this little boy. All right, I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to wet his cage down a little bit, pour a little water on the paper towels, and let him help him shed a little bit. It's a little dry in here today. Here's a nice Hypo Labyrinth. Could be super Hypo even. We'll have to see if we can prove that out, because he does have a disrupted pattern. And he's also possibly het VPIT positive. So this is another one I was thinking about maybe going to the het VPIT positive female I have to try to like prove it out. Once again, it would be head to head, so you know we'd have to get a lot of babies to really get some good odds. But Boas have big litters, so it's possible. We'll see. I haven't decided who I'm going to go with him. You can never have too many labbies. Labbies are great. Everyone wants labbies now. Now that their prices have been coming down a little bit more to a reasonable level, everyone wants labbies because they look awesome. Plus, the super labby is the crystal. So he's going to strike at this camera. I can tell right now. He's hungry. Here's the last one I'm going to show you today. This is a blood leopard. It's 66% het call albino. So I don't have any females really to breed him to that's going to try to prove out leopard blood albino, but he could definitely be bred because leopard blood alone is going to make him valuable because he's a double visual and he's really pretty. Got some great coloring, and I'm pretty happy with the way he came out. So I'll probably plug him into something that's either blood or leopard, where I want to bring one of these other genes into the mix. I just haven't decided what female this is going to go to. Imagine bringing him into he's call albino, possibly call albino, so probably would be better off bringing him into something that's like leopard albino. Maybe I should go with my Eclipse het call albino. This way we get everything would be leopard. Half of them would be eclipses because they'd be motley leopards. Everything would be het blood, and then if he actually is call albino, het call albino, we could potentially at 25% chance hit some albinos too. So we can get some albino leopards. Everything would be het blood. So that seems reasonable. That might be what we do. So stay tuned for that. I had to show you this female. She just shed out. This is a girl I produced 2017. She's produced a litter for me. She's absolutely gorgeous. This is a Russo Red, one of the very best Russo Reds I've produced. Pastel. Hypo Sterling. Look at this. Look at this girl. Look at that red tail. You would swear that blood gene was in this thing. She is just spectacular. And once again, she was very impressive when she was born. She's not lost any. Look at that red tail. Is that amazing? That's just from line breeding. Yeah, the Hypo makes it a little redder, but takes the blacks out of it. But that's just from line breeding. Vin Russo, all those years. And then we took the pattern away with the Sterling gene. Tremendous. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I love that pastel chocolate clown female I got. Thank you, Sal Gomez, for that. Hopefully you enjoyed the snakes that I sent over to you as well. I'm sure you'll do a video on that. And I hope you guys like some of the males I got. You know, I didn't show you all the males, obviously, that I'm going to be breeding with this year, but I showed you a couple of cool ones just because I wanted to get you thinking about, you know, the different morph combinations that I have that I'm going to, you know, start pairing up. And you know what the truth is? I haven't even figured out. I don't think one pairing I know. There's 2 pairings I actually know I'm definitely doing, but everything else I'm not even sure of. And you know what the truth is? I have produced so many snakes this past year, I might not even breed that many boas this year. I might actually go, like, keep it small, like maybe 5, you know, females I might breed and kind of give everyone else the year off. I don't know. I haven't decided. You know, but what happens is I start seeing these females, they're ready to go, they're big enough, and then I say, oh, I'll throw a male in, and then before you know, you see a couple locks, and then you never know. See, the problem with boas is that you can see locks and you can get snakes, you know, locking up. You might pair 10, 15 snakes, and they might all look like they're going to produce, and then at the end of the day, you get 5 boa litters, 4 boa litters, 3 boa litters that are actually viable. You maybe get slugs. So you never know. You know, it's not like ball python breeding where you get, if you know, you put a male and a female together, most of the time you can get something from them. But boas are a little trickier. So that's what's going on. So that's my intent. I think I might have something actually hatching tomorrow in the incubator. So if we do, we'll show that off, and anything else that might strike my fancy. So I got a lot of potentially exciting things coming up over the next couple weeks. And, you know, we got set back because of the silly hurricane, unfortunately. And I'm kind of like, you know, trying to play catch up. Plus, I'm on a scooter with my cast on my foot for another 3 weeks at least. So Pablo's been really sucking it up and doing a lot of cleaning. I really wanted to set the more lights up, and I can't, you know, we just don't have enough manpower. So trying to get it all done. This week we have Florida Fish and Wildlife are coming by for a nice inspection of my Burmese pythons and anacondas, so that's going to be kind of cool. You know, a lot of people get nervous. I actually look forward to it. I want them to see that I'm doing everything right and that we have things set up properly, and because I want to be compliant, you know, and that's important. I know everyone's fighting, you know, Florida Fish and Wildlife because they want, you know, they don't want these new laws to come into effect. But at the end of the day, we have to cooperate with them, because if we do and we show them we can be responsible breeders, then guess what? They're going to be much more likely to change the laws in our favor instead of against us. Because if they think we're irresponsible, guess what's going to happen? They're going to put more laws into effect. So I'm always a big believer in, you know, the proof is in the pudding. Show people that you can do it the right way. Show people that you're responsible. And you know what? I think they'll respond in kind. All right, guys, if you like what you see, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.